Hi everyone, I have another video for you today. So if we look the same as I did in my last video or videos, then it's because I record them all together. What I've got for you today is, very excited, I'm going to do Project Tenpan. Okay, the reason I'm going to do Project Tenpan is because I've got quite a lot of makeup in my collection now, and there's quite a few items which I've like hit pan on, or I know I'm kind of starting to use them up, but I haven't, I've then like stopped using them. So I'm going to use this to actually finish them off and actually use up the product. And I'm sorry if I keep scratching my nose, it's because I've got a really itchy nose right now. I think it's from all the talking. Okay, so I'm going to keep them in this little tub here, just because I can keep that next to the bed and it keeps everything together, and then I know exactly what is being used for it. So I've selected a range of products. I think I've pretty much covered most things. And some of these I do already use like on a daily basis, but they just never seem to go down any further than they already are. So the first one is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. The reason this is in my Project Tenpan is because I don't really like it anymore. It's really heavy, and I've got like pretty good skin now. I know I've got like, you know, a few little marks and stuff, but ultimately my skin is in pretty good condition for me and for how it's been for so many years. It's in the best condition it's probably ever been in. So I don't really need heavy coverage foundation anymore. And I also find this really like cracks around fine lines. So I've got some, you won't see it on this camera, but I've got like little fine lines here and around my eyes. And this really cracks around them, and I have to like constantly look in the mirror and like smooth them out all through the day. And I don't like foundation I need to, you know, maintain a lot during the day. So that's going to be in it. So I'm going to be wearing it a lot so that I can actually get rid of it. I do find this is best applied with a makeup brush as well. So you'll be using my Real Technique stippling brush to apply this. For the moment, what I've been wearing like at the moment is BB cream. It's the, I don't know how it's pronounced, Ginvera, I'm not sure. But it's like a green tea BB cream. I think it's actually Asian. I'm not entirely sure, but it's amazing. It comes in like one colour, so they say one colour suits everyone. And it's replaced everything as my favourite for the moment. It just makes my skin look lovely, and it's quite dewy, which I really like as a finish, whereas this is very matte in its finish, which I don't like so much. It doesn't look so natural, whereas this looks really natural. I've actually had, since I've been wearing that BB cream, I've had loads of compliments on my skin, which I've never had before. So it says something. And my skin's been good for a few months now, so it's not just the BB cream, because I've only been using that for a couple of weeks. So that's the first product. The next product is my Benefit Buoying Concealer. I've had this for ages, and I do literally use it every single day. I'll either use it on a blemish, or most of the point I've got a little bit of redness here in the corners of my eyes, which you can't see because I've put this on it, but it's but I use that there, and I've got this little red mark on my nose, which is like a burst blood vessel, I think, or something. It's just like a little red bit, which I put this on every day as well, and then any other bits that need it. And I mean, as you can see, I've hit pan on it, but I've had it for ages, and it's looked like that for ages, so I don't know why it isn't going down anymore. But there's other concealers I want to try, like I know NARS do a really good concealer, and I want to try that. And I don't really want to buy another concealer until this one's finished, so this is in my Project Tenpan. Okay, also Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Now, if you watch Miss Glamorazzi, or Ingrid, I kind of suffer from the same problem that she does with her eyes. I have quite oily eyelids, and with this eye, as you can see, if I leave them, this is them being completely natural. This eye is a lot lower than this eye, and it always has been. You know, it's accentuated as I've gotten older, but it's just the way it is. So I need to try and raise this eyebrow for it to kind of look the same. And to be honest, I forget to do it. I always think I'm doing it, and I'm not. But either way, it means this eye's hooded and this eye creases like crazy. Even with Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, it creases. This one doesn't crease at all with Primer Potion, but this one does. So Ingrid has raved about the NARS one, the NARS primer, whatever it is for the eyes, and that it gives her many more hours before creasing than this one. And I think they're around the same price range, maybe a couple of pounds difference, but I really want to try that, but I'm not even going to let myself buy it until I'm done with this one. So this one's got, even though it looks like there's not much left, it's like half a tube basically, and you know, you don't use much of this, so I think it's going to last me quite a while. So that is in my Project Tenpan. I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy right now. I've put two mascaras in here because there's two mascaras that I just want to I want to use that because there's other mascaras I really like, and there's other ones I've got that I haven't even tried yet, because at the moment, basically, from my makeup swaps that I did, I got the CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara, and that's all I've been wearing because I absolutely love it. It's just amazing, and it's pretty much better than Maybelline the Falsies. Now this one's pretty full, and I want to get rid of this so that I don't feel guilty when I use the CoverGirl one. Because it's like when you've got lots of really good mascaras, if you're using one, you're like, oh, but the others are really good too, and you kind of feel like a bit bad. Well, I do anyway, but so this one's in my Project 10 pan. I haven't used this that much because I've also got Maybelline Just the Falsies, whereas this is the Falsies Flared, and both are amazing. I will say both are amazing. They just have different ones. So that's why that one is in my Project 10 pan. Also, I've got my Urban Decay Skyscraper Multi-Benefit Mascara. This I've always loved and raved about because the wand is so good. It's like a really small wand, like there, which is very different from the Maybelline one, which I'll show you now as well. If you can hear any background noise, it's my cat clambering over everything. This is the Maybelline one. So they're both very different. But this one, I've actually really fallen out of love with it. I still like it and I still think it's a really good mascara, but I just think there are much better ones out there. And this was always my absolute favourite. But after trying the CoverGirl one and this one, there's no competition really. I'm sorry, Urban Decay. I do love you still, really. So yeah, so they're both in my Project 10 pan. Okay, and I've also got, this was a really easy choice for me. I've got my Chanel liquid eyeliner. I wear it pretty much every day, although I am currently on a quest to find a drugstore equivalent that is a dupe. So I'm looking for something that's not 25 quid, because this is 25 quid, and I do have a spare ready in waiting. I have tried Maybelline Master Liquid Liner, I have tried the L'Oreal Perfect Slim Liquid Liner, and the MUA one. They're the ones I've tried so far. It's hard to say which comes closest. I think the MUA one comes the closest, being that it doesn't transfer onto my top lid like the L'Oreal one does, and the Maybelline one just like moved down here, which was kind of weird. And the MUA one doesn't move, but it's not black enough, because this is like really deep dark black, which I love, but the other ones aren't, so I'm still on a quest. The MUA one's the closest, which actually is the cheapest as well. It's like either £1 or £2. But I'm still on a quest. If you have any suggestions, please leave them below. So that one is, anyway, that I'm sure is close to the end, but I've been thinking that for ages and it just keeps going, so who knows. Then I've got an eyeshadow, which is one I've had for quite a while, and this used to be my favourite eyeshadow, and it's Urban Decay's Mildew, which is that one there. It's this absolutely stunning green there. I feel like I'm close to pan on it because it is sort of quite sunken in. Let me show you a little colour there. It is absolutely beautiful, and do you know what, when I wear this eyeshadow I always get compliments. People go, oh, I love your eyeshadow. So yeah, so that is in there because I haven't used it in ages and I love it, and so putting it in Project 10 pan is going to give me the opportunity to make me use it more often. I've also got a face powder, which is my Chanel face powder. This is really old, which is why it's in there, because I've massively hit pan on it already, but I just need to finish using it. This is Double Perfection Compact, and it's in number 30, Aurora. Aurora? I don't know. I'll take the plastic cover off. And it's got a sponge, and that's it there. So there's already a lot of pan that's been hit on it, but I do want to finish using it. The reason it's taken me a long time to finish using it is because I've stopped using face powder because I don't feel that I really need it anymore. But it will help set my foundation more, or my BB cream or whatever. So I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna make sure I finish it off as well. So next, I've got two blushes. So I've got a Chanel blusher. Now this one I've had, must be 4 years. It's like a really long time. I bought it before I got married, and I still haven't hit pan on it. And up until about 6 months ago, or maybe less, no, up until about 3 months ago, I used it every day for like 3 years. So it says a lot about Chanel blushes. I highly recommend them. But, oh, other than the brush falling on my hand. You can see there, I don't know if you can see, it's not domed anymore. It used to be really domed, and it's not domed. It's a beautiful colour. I absolutely love it as a blusher, but now that I've tried lots of other blushes, I don't tend to wear it anymore. So one, this is going to finish off the blusher, and two, it's going to give me the opportunity to wear it again. Finally, another blusher. is my Benefit Dandelion Blusher. This one I really, really like. It's not quite strong enough or obvious enough for me, which is why I don't really wear it very often. I have already hit pan on it, but again, I need to finish it. So that's the pan there. So you can see I've used up quite a lot of it, but I need to finish it off. So yeah, it's a lovely colour. It looks very natural. It's very pretty. It smells kind of nice. So yeah, so that is my Project 10 pan. So I'm just going to put everything back in here and make a real racket while I do it. Because the oven's a case though. So that is it there. That is all the stuff I'm going to be using. And the rules are, if you're not familiar with the rules, I cannot purchase any other makeup until these are gone. That's going to be tough because I'm seeing Chanel next Wednesday and I have vouchers to spend as well. So that's going to be really tough. But, you know, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to do it. And even if that means that I religiously only use these things, then that's what it's going to have to be. So that's my Project 10 pan. I'm going to do a blog post on it as well, so check my blog and keep your eye on that for when I do the blog post on that too. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I will be posting updates on how it's going as well every couple of weeks or every month, something like that. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you're all having a fantastic Friday and I will see you guys soon. Bye!